What's the best social media strategy for your business? We'll cover it in this video. All right, if you are looking to use social media to grow your business in 2023 and beyond, this video is for you. I am Jordan Shelton, founder of Cave, and I have ran a social media marketing agency for over 10 years. So in that time, seen a lot of different businesses, worked with a lot of clients, figured out what has worked, what hasn't. We've done a lot of the learning. So I want to share those with you so you can avoid some of the bumps that we have taken along the way as we've kind of not perfected, but definitely gotten better with our social media strategy and the clients we work with and how we help them on social. The first thing, right, when we hear what is the best strategy, honestly, this is going to be marketing speak, but it depends. And it depends on a few things and a few things that I want to get into. First, before we even get into social media, we need to ask ourselves the question, does your business actually need social media marketing? It may be better off for you to hire a sales team, to run some ads on Google. Those might be higher priority items and might actually move your bottom line in the right direction a lot quicker than social media. So I don't think it's absolutely necessary for every business to be on social media, and definitely not on every platform. Next, let's get real about budget, right? So we have to identify what budget range we fall into. Are we a no budget, low budget, or mid to high budget company when it comes to our marketing? Don't worry, whatever one you fall into, there is a strategy and a way for you to use social media to grow your company. Now, if we've determined, hey, I do need to be on social media, my company does need to be there. Now we're going to get to budget. You've figured out which of the three budgets you fall into. Those will be marked with chapters so you can move on to whichever one you fall into. But let's start with the no budget category. Okay, if you have no budget for social media, it's going to be on you to get crafty. What I mean by that, you are going to have to create the content yourself and schedule it on the accounts. I recommend setting aside a set time each week where you go on and schedule your posts for the coming week or weeks. You can use a tool like Buffer or Hootsuite to help you do this as you go and fill out your content calendar. Now, when it comes to creating content, you're also going to have to get crafty. You have the best marketing tool ever invented, probably right beside you right now or in your pocket. Maybe you're watching it on it, but that is your phone. Your phone is going to become your new best friend. It's going to help you capture content at your business, take photos, etc. I want you to start capturing videos of the process when you're helping customers or taking photos with customers when they're done coming to your business. Really simple stuff, before and after photos, smiling with customers, really base level things. And don't worry about posting it immediately. I just want you to take the photos, build it into your process. What you're going to do, if you are there and you don't have any budget, I want you to go and use a platform called Canva. Canva is going to allow you to create great designs, use templates, and load your content right into for a very low price. Also have a free version as well. I would recommend getting Canva to help you design. Very intuitive, easy to use. 2, I would go to a website like storyblocks.com, sign up for their monthly plan, and you can get a bunch of stock video and photography. With these two tools, you should be able to create enough content to post on your social media accounts, to talk about upcoming sales, to highlight past customers, to build some designs. That's where I would go if I had no budget. Now let's talk about the low budget companies. All right, if you have, let's say, under $5,000 a month to spend on advertising and services to be executed, so the actual team that's going to go through and create those ads or manage your marketing, what I would recommend doing is hiring some content specialists off a site like Upwork, or if you have a connection with a local college or someone who can come in essentially and create content for you a couple days a month. Depending on your business, you might be able to get a remote person or someone locally. That's all going to be dependent on the nature of your business. What you're going to do, you are going to contract them to handle certain parts of your business. So that can be organic social. That can be creating and managing your ads on social media, which is a really important part of social media strategy. Could also be going through and organizing or working with any creators. Maybe you want to send product to people and have them create video. All of those things at the sub 5K per month level, you're going to want to use contractors to help you out. You're just going to get a lot more bang for your buck, and you'll be able to work with specialists in each part of the business. So paid, organic, creators, influencer management, etc. That's where I would go. Go to a site like Upwork, Fiverr, and you can get people to help you start executing your marketing. All right, next what we're going to say is the mid to high. So pretty much anyone who's above $5K a month and upward, obviously scaling into, the hundreds of thousands of dollars some teams have to spend monthly and millions in some cases. But just because you have a high budget doesn't mean you should go on a spending frenzy. We have worked with companies that have gotten a bunch of funding all to spend it really, really recklessly and then not have any funding giving to them the following year, or to have their funding cut dramatically the following year because they weren't conscientious of their marketing spend. Where can money go quickly? Anyone who's ran a team here knows sponsorships, events, and creators can be a black pit of money. Endless pit of cash. For social media, we're particularly going to talk about creators and paid campaigns and making sure that when we are spending with creators that align with our brand and can actually drive bottom of funnel or mid funnel activity for the brand. So let's get into that a little bit. All right. If you are in the mid to high level, typically what we want to do is break our strategy into 4 parts: organic content, paid content, I'll call creators, influencers, sponsor, spokesperson content, also customer service or community management. I want to make sure all 4 of those are covered in my marketing strategy and understand where they fit into the funnel. I typically look at organic content as top of funnel or tofu content. That is taking generic brand questions, that is getting the brand out there, that is creating content that is either inspiring or entertaining, educational. I want to just get us out there, get in front of as many people as possible. Next, I look at paid social media. Paid social media really ties into 1, brand awareness, 2, retargeting, and direct conversion advertisements. If you run a subscription model, let's say, or you're willing to lose money on first purchase, you don't need that first purchase profitability. Look, I know we all want that, but if you don't need it, you can then run social media ads, retargeting, and targeting people to come through and purchase your product. Next, I look at creators, influencers as really mid-funnel. They are able to give awareness, but also talk about their experience with the product and drive people to landing page or to sign up for a newsletter. I look at that. We go organic really at the top. Creators are going to be your mid-funnel, and then paid I like to have really mid-funnel, bottom funnel. Now, the last component to this, well, you can't cheap out on, and the last point to this is social media management, or referred to as customer service / retention. This is an often forgot about part of social media marketing, is having that social media manager who can field complaints, work through issues with customers, and really work as a retention outlet for your business. Now I want to look at, do I have the internal staff that can drive strategy and execute on organic social, paid social, influencer management, and community management? Typically what we see is brands have, 1 to 5 people on the marketing team or digital team, and they can handle 2 to 3 of these, and they might need help from an external agency for some, or an external agency works in concert with the internal team to execute. We would do this with plenty of companies with their organic and paid social media. We'll go through, create the content or create the strategy. They'll approve it and post it, for instance. Okay, great. We have plenty of those agreements, and that might be something that works for your brand. And now you're probably thinking, okay, that's great, but what's the strategy? What's the best strategy? The best strategy is the one that you can execute. When you look to build out a strategy, whether you are a no, low, or mid-high budget company, whether your resources internally are great or not, you want to look at the strategy you can execute. We usually recommend to people to start with one platform where you can create content on consistently for 1 year. If you can pick that, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, does not matter. Look at where you can create consistently and post content for 1 year. Doesn't have to be every day. It could be twice a week. You do not have to go crazy here. But the thing we want to look for is that we do post over the course of that year. So what type of content should you be creating? Well, we typically batch these into 4 categories. First being educational / empowering. This is content that should teach customers, teach fans, teach people how they can live a better life with using your product, or even something that is just related to your product. Are you selling barbecue equipment? Maybe you want to teach people how to cook their steak, to find the perfect medium rare steak, for instance. Now you're empowering them to be a better barbecue chef at their next cookout, for instance. 2, I look at entertaining content. Can you entertain? Are you funny? Can you drive some lighthearted content that's related to your business, great. This fits perfectly into the mix. 3, we like inspirational content. Think about gyms when they post a before photo and after photo. What we're really saying here is, hey, if you use our product or service, this is a potential outcome that you could have. Nike does a great job of this, but gyms ultimately would be the example that I would point back to, is really saying this is the before our product, this is after our product. You should be inspired to take action. Come and use our product, right? Come and use the gym. Last is promotional content. And this is exactly what you think it is. It is content that promotes your business, deals that you have, events you're hosting, etc. Do not be afraid to actually promote your business on social media. I like to do this through paid social, which is 95%, I would say, promotional. On organic social, make sure 5 to 10% of your posts are actually talking about deals you have or giving people option, pathway to purchase from your business. Okay, so what does all this mean with social strategy for next year? Really what it comes down to is I need you to ship content, iterate, and repeat. All right? Your Instagram grid is not the Sistine Chapel, and you are not Michelangelo. That was his live work. He didn't have an edit button or a post quota, and you probably have both of those things. I say that to say this. In social media marketing, sometimes we can overestimate the importance of one post, and we can really let perfection get in the way of our progress when it comes to our marketing, our content quality. Instead, what I want us to do, and what I suggest you do, create the content, ship it, see what works, see what people are responding to, make slight adjustments, and then ship the content again. That is going to be how you can refine your content strategy, find out what your customers actually want to hear from you, what they want to see, what works for your business, and the best way for you to execute against that content. Remember that. Ship, iterate, repeat. All right, there it is. That's how you can create your social media strategy for next year. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe for more content related to marketing and growing service-based businesses. All right, cheers.